Shot by Alberto, shooting the French bowl of the court and without killing the jack. The other three quarterfinals in the men's tournament is Kesh from Netherlands playing against Patrick Emil from Switzerland. Rickard Nilsson, Sweden, playing against Jeremy Pardouin from Belgium. And the fourth quarterfinals is a game between Raphael Garni from Germany playing against Bruno Sandman from Andorra. That's the four quarterfinals in the men's tournament, and I will try to give you some results from the four games besides the game we are following live. It's a good start for Lacroix, taking 2 points in the first round against Austria. We saw Lacroix struggling in a few games yesterday, losing against Keshkogie and tight win against Estonia and Andorra. Maybe he is gearing up today when it's time for the quarterfinals and semifinals, and maybe even the final. Switzerland took 3 points in the first round against Netherlands, 3-0. Belgium 2-0 against Sweden, and Germany 2-0 against Andorra. And in our game, France, Henri Lacroix is in the lead 2-0 against Alberto Hinterhosa from Austria. There is 4 games in the women's tournament. I will come back to them later on. And finally, there's 2 games, 2 semifinals in the Coupe des Nations. 2 in the men's tournament and 2 in the women's tournament, of course. There's a lot of people around the area for the main tournament. A lot of people standing, watching those 8 quarterfinals. Henri Lacroix pointed a leader in front of the jack, maybe 6 decimeters, 7 maybe. There's one bowl left for each player. Alberto Hinterhosa in the ring to shoot. Yep, it's a good shot. Force Lacroix to point his last bowl in the round. No problem for Henri to point the leader and take another point. 3-0 France against Austria. Rickard Nilsson took his first point in his quarterfinal against Belgium, reducing the Belgium lead by 1 point to 1-2. First pointing from Lacroix is a little bit long, stops maybe 5 or 6 decimeters behind the jack. There's a good opportunity for Hinterhosa to point a better bowl and putting pressure to Lacroix. If Alberto wants to win this game, I think he has to play at a maximum, maybe more. Oh, he chooses to shoot. That point from Alberto is too hard. He's moving the jack almost a meter down the track. His bowl is stopping a second to the left of the jack. We're about to see Alberto Hinterhosa's last bowl in this round. I think he needs a perfect defensive bowl right now. He tries to shoot the French leader. Well, that's a poor shot from Alberto, about half a meter too short. And he's giving Lacroix the opportunity to point maximum 3 points in this round. Lacroix chooses to shoot his second bowl, missed, and now we can get 1 or 2 points in this round. It's not a disaster for the Austrian player. The game between Sweden and Belgium. Sweden is in the lead. Rickard Nilsson 4 points to 2. In the game between Austria and Switzerland, Switzerland is in the lead 5 games to nothing. And in the game between Andorra and Germany, it's Germany in the lead 2 points to 1. Lacroix throws the jack a little bit shorter than earlier in this game, maybe 7 or 8 meters. Good first point by Lacroix. Pointing a leader maybe 2 or 3 decimeters to the right of the jack. So, okay shot from Alberto. Moving the French bowl about a meter to the right. Definitely more space for Alberto to point a good leader. That's a very good point by Alberto. That's a very good shot by Lacroix. 2 points right now. And with a good chance to a great point in this round. Switzerland keeps on enlarging his lead against Netherlands, 8-0 right now. Rickard Nilsson is in the same winning streak, 6 points to 2 against Belgium. And in the game between Germany and Andorra, it's still 2 points to 1. That's a clever last bowl from Alberto, I think. Pointing his last bowl in line with one of Lacroix's bowls. No problem for Lacroix, shooting another great shot, taking 3 points and enlarging his lead to 7 points to nothing against Austria. That's incredibly well played Petanque by Henri Lacroix. That's a very good first point by Lacroix. Pointing a leader maybe a decimeter behind the jack. And he's definitely pushing pressure to Alberto Hinterhosa from Austria. Good shot from Alberto. And another good pointing by Lacroix. It's a little bit of arguing between the Swiss player and the referee right now. But something I don't know. There's a miss from Alberto Hinterhosa, Austria. And I think he needs to gear up Alberto if he wants to have a chance. Against the French world champion, and that's not no good at all. Giving Lacroix a great chance. To point for 2 points, yes, no problem at all. It's 2 points. 2 more points for Lacroix, and he is in the lead 9 points to nothing against Alberto Hinterhosa. And in the game between the Netherlands and Swiss, there has been a long arguing about something. The referee has been speaking to the Swiss player. I will come back to you later what the arguing is about. Maybe there's a way for Keshkogi to turn the game. The Swiss player is in the lead 8 points to nothing. It's a good first pointing by Lacroix. Pointing a leader maybe 5 decimeters to the right of the jack. And now Hinterhosa needs to point a really good bowl and hope for Lacroix missing the shot or something like that. Hoping for the French world player to get a little bit out of balance. It's not good enough from Alberto. It's the last bowl for the Austrian player, pointing a leader, but that was his third and last bowl in the round. There's once more a good chance for the French player to have a good point. Yes, he hits the shots immediately. 1 point for sure, with a possibility to point another one. The game between Sweden and Belgium. Rickard Nilsson is in the lead, 9 points to 2. The game between Switzerland and Netherlands, it's Switzerland leading, 8 points to nothing. And in the game between Germany and Andorra, it's Germany in a 7-1 point leading. And that's point from Lacroix is too poor, and it's 1 point for Henry Lacroix. 10 points to nothing. The arguing between Switzerland and Netherlands. I tried to explain this correctly in English. I'm not sure I can, but Kirschkoge called for the umpire, complaining about the Swiss player taking too big areas on the track before he was shooting and pointing. And there's still a great argue between the Swiss and Netherlands coaches and the umpire. The jack went dead in the last round. I think maybe this is a way for Kirschkoge to getting the Swiss player out of balance, maybe. Because the jack went dead on the last bowl in that game. Kirschkoge hit the shot, but took the jack off the track. Good point. Sorry, I lost a little bit focus on our game, but Alberto pointed a very good leader behind the jack, but Lacroix immediately shoots it away, stops, and I think Lacroix has 2 points in place. I'm pretty sure he has. Now Alberto is in big worries, because if he points the leader and Lacroix shoots and stops, the game is over. I think that's what Alberto is thinking about what to do. My guess is that he is pointing somewhere near the French leader. He put it as a second. Lacroix has two opportunities. Point the easy leader. Point the easy point for 2 points, or shoots and hoping for stop and thereby winning the game. I think we have a shot from Lacroix. If he stops, he win the game against Austria. A little bit too long, and just 1 point for Lacroix, and he's in the lead, 11 points to nothing. Lacroix throws the jack about 9.5, maybe 10 meters away. And I think it's just a matter of time for Henry Lacroix winning this game. That's a poor first pointing by Lacroix. His first pointing stops in the end of the track, 1.5, maybe 2 meters away, giving Alberto Hinterjos a good opportunity to point a really good leader. Yes, I think that's what Alberto has to hope for. Lacroix making mistakes, but he can't afford to do mistakes like that. Pointing his best 1 meter behind the jack. The game between Rickard Nilsson and Belgium, Sweden against Belgium, there's 11-3 point leading for Rickard Nilsson, and Henri Lacroix's second point was really good, stopping just 3 decimeter in front of the jack, and Alberto's shot landed behind the French leader. Nu är goda råd dyra, as we say in Sweden. Now, Alberto Hinterjos need any advice, any luck he can find. Oh, he's too short, and I think this was the last ball in the game from Alberto. And Rilakra has a margin of 1 meter to the jack to point a winning bowl in this game. Yeah, that's good enough. It's 2 points for Rilakra. He's winning against Alberto Hinterkosa, and he's qualified for the semi-final later on this day. Now we will focus on the game between Kesh Kogge and Patrick Emil, Netherlands versus Switzerland. It's Switzerland in the lead, 8 points to 1. Kesh Kogge in the ring for shooting, a very good shot. He hits and stops. It's 2 points for Kesh right now, but the Swiss player has 2 bowls left to play. Kesh only 1. Another good pointing from Patrick Emil, pointing a leader just to the left of the jack, and Kesh Kogge is shooting and shoots the Swiss leader away. And right now it's 2 or 3 points for Kesh, but Patrick Emil has pretty good margin to the jack to point an easy 1 point in this round. We'll see if he will succeed with that. Yep, no problems. 1 point to Patrick Emil, Switzerland, enlarging his lead to 9 points to 1 against Kesh Kogge. I think we're gonna see a Kesh Kogge fighting, struggling to turn this game in his favor. But right now it's a little bit dark for the Dutch player. Very, very good first pointing by Patrick Emil. His first pointing stops 2 or 3 decimeters to the right of the jack, and that's a really good pointing on these hard tracks. The game between Belgium and Sweden. Belgium took 2 points in the last round, reducing the big Swedish lead. It's now 11 points to 5. In the game between Germany and Andorra, it's a huge lead for Raphael Garni from Germany. 11 points to 1 against Andorra. A poor point at first from Kesh, and then pretty good shot. He shoots the Swiss leader away, but it's first place for Kesh Kogge's pointing, more than a meter behind the jack, and then Patrick Emil's First pointing is still on the track as second place. That's pretty good as well from Patrick. His second pointing this game stops in this round, stops 6 or maybe 7 decimeters to the right of the jack, giving Keshkogi an opportunity to point a really good point. Yes, it is very good. I think he aimed for the jack, stop in front of it, but he was a little bit too hard, and it stopped a little bit to the left and behind the jack, but just not more than a decimeter. Patrick Emil shoots for the points. 2 points for stop. Well, it's good enough. He shoots the Netherlands ball away, take another point, and enlarge his leading to 10 points to 1.
You have it in print anyway, don't you? This page? No? You just think to print those 2 pages. Do you have a backup to take something?
Another very good first pointing by Patrick Emil, Switzerland, putting a lot of pressure against Keshkogi. This morning, I think a lot of people in Stålhallen put their money on Keshkogi as a finalist. But now he's struggling against Switzerland. That's a good shot from Kesh. He shoots and stops back maybe 1 meter. That's pretty good from Patrick. Points a leader 6, maybe 7 decimeter to the left of jack. Maybe he makes Kesh hesitate. No, we have a shot from Kesh. It's a wide miss to the right. It's definitely a great advantage for Patrick Emil in this game. That's a good final bowl from Keshkogi, pointing a leader to the right of the jack, maybe a decimeter or 2. Very good shot by Patrick Emil. Shoots and stops, taking 2 points. And now Patrick Emil, Switzerland is in the lead, 12 points to 1 against Kirsch Kogge. And now I think Kirsch has to pray a prayer or something like that, because this is an almost impossible mission to turn this game in his favor. Patrick Emil playing almost perfect, and Kirsch Kogge making 1 or 2 mistakes too many. The game between Sweden and Belgium. Belgium is closing up. It's now 11 points to Sweden and 9 points to Belgium. Then the game between Andorra and Germany. It's Germany in huge lead, 11 points to 3. Very good first pointing by Patrick Emil, Switzerland. Kirsch Kogge in the ring for shooting. It's a very good shot by Kirsch Kogge. Shoots and stops, maybe 2 decimeters to the left of the jack. Very good shot by Kirsch Kogge, Netherlands. In this very moment, Jessica Johansson won her quarterfinal against France and has qualified for the semi-final later on this day, and that's great for the home fans to have a Swedish player to follow in the end of this tournament. That second point from Patrick Emil is poor. It's wide left, maybe a meter or something. Emil was waiting for Rickard Nilsson to take a shot, and Rickard Nilsson shoot and stops, but that was his last bowl in this round, and Belgium still has 1 bowl left, the possibility to make a point, but he is not. It's a point for Rickard Nilsson in that game, and he is in the lead, 12 points to 9. Now we're watching Patrick Emil, Switzerland, pointing his last bowl in this round. Kirsch Kogge still got 2 more bowls to point. Germany won the quarterfinal against Andorra, 13 points to 3, and has qualified to the semi-final. That's a very, very good pointing by Patrick Emil, pointing a leader in line with Kirsch Kogge's only bowl on the track. Very good shot by Kesh, shooting away the Swiss leader, and now he's the opportunity to either shoot for 2, maybe 3 points. Yes, he is. Kesh Kogi shooting. If he stops, it's 3 points. And he miss wide left, and it's 1 point for Kesh Kogi, reducing the Swiss lead by 1 point to 12 points to 2. That's very nice pointing by Kesh Kogi. In the game between Belgium and Sweden, this in this moment a great opportunity for Rickard Nielsen to win. He has the leader, 2 bowls left to play, and the Belgium player only has 1 bowl left right now. And we have Rickard Nielsen winning the game against Belgium, and he has qualified for the semi-final. And we have 2 Swedish players in the semi-final by Jessica Johansson in the women's tournament and Rickard Nielsen in the men's tournament. And the only game left to be played in the men's tournament is the quarterfinal between Kesh Kogi and Patrick Emil, and the only game in the women's tournament is the game between Israel and Poland, I think. And in this very moment, I think Kesh Kogi is about to lose the game against Patrick Emil. He's missed that shot. Patrick Emil has 2 more bowls to play in this round. And if Kesh Kogi, that's fantastic pointing by Kesh Kogi. Fantastic pointing. But now he can only stand beside and watch Patrick Emil throw his next bowl. And if he missed that, he got another chance to finish this game. Patrick Emil has been playing almost perfect this game. I think he will finish the game right now. No, maybe a little bit nervous. Here comes the second bowl. He hits, and the game is over. Swiss won 13 points to 2 against Kesh Kogi. The players is shaking hands, but I know there was some nerve and some arguing in this game. But it was very, very big win for the Swiss player. We'll be back later on with the semifinals. I'm not sure right now. You can have the time. Just a few seconds. Starting time for the semifinals. The semifinals will start at 11:40. 11:40 is the start time for the semifinals. We'll be back in a little bit later on this morning, and I hope you stay tuned to watch this exciting tournament to the end.